game just isn't the same stakes anymore. It just isn't.
Right.
The next time where it's for all or nothing, even if Michigan was undefeated, it's 1 versus 2. I mean, perfect example as to why it's different now. If Indiana and Ohio State make the Big Ten championship game, I would be sitting there if I'm both teams saying, "Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Why are we doing it?" Why? And if I'm the Big Ten, I'm also like, "Why are we doing this?" Because we are eliminating one of the 2 teams from being an undefeated national champion. And for what? For what? I'm telling you, there is a scenario where Michigan beats Ohio State and doesn't play in the Big Ten championship game. And I know Sharon Moore would want to play in it. I know all the kids would want to play in that in Lucas Oil Stadium. And my question would be, why? That would be the best scenario. Michigan beats Ohio State, doesn't play in the Big Ten championship, goes to the College Football Playoff Committee and says, that's our body of work. We lost twice. We just beat the Ohio State for 5th straight year in a row. They were the clear number 1 team. How are you going to keep us out? You know, how are you going to keep us out? The only reason why we didn't play for the Big Ten championship is Indiana beat Purdue and Oregon beats Washington, you know, and that's the end of that. And Michigan gets to sit at home. They get to rest up their players, and they get to sit there. And I'd rather them put their 3rd loss of the year on the line in a college football playoff game with all of these young kids. Let's give them that experience.
Yeah.
More than going to Lucas Oil Stadium and play for a Big Ten championship. These championship games, these conference championship games are antiquated. It's over. Yep. Like, and the sooner we realize that, the better. What, so you're going to, and again, heaven forbid, but, you know, I know there's a certain town where Mo Green does not have a plaque or a signpost, right, where that believes Ohio State is winning this game and by more than 1 score. Correct, Christopher? Am I right on that front?
Correct.
Okay, so let's just say that happens. And Indiana is in that same town believed to be prepared to destroy Purdue, maybe not, 66-0, but something similar, right? Why would you, if you're the Big Ten, why would you have these 2 teams play each other for a Big Ten championship? One of them gets, and both of them are putting, health on the line, and an undefeated season. It goes up in smoke for one of them. And for what? So that's why I keep saying Michigan Ohio State means a lot, obviously. We just established that. But the next big Ohio State-Michigan game with all the marbles on the line for both is the time when in our lifetime they're going to face each other in a college football playoff game. And then, shut all businesses down. That's going to be a day. That'll be a day. But and that day could potentially come, who knows, in December, January this year, if we are so fortunate. Jim Gaffigan in hour number 2. Do you remember, again, Duke, North Carolina played each other in the Final Four in what was Coach K's last game? And I said here from the set, there will never be name me a bigger Duke, North Carolina game ever again. Okay. This takes the 2 times a year they play each other, on each other's campuses, and they're just like, okay, it's great for the kids, it's great for the students, it means a lot. But what's bigger than a Final Four contest between these 2 schools in Coach K's final season? What's bigger than North Carolina retiring Coach K? Right? A national championship game is the only thing that could be even bigger than that if either one of the current coaches, coaches for 30 years and sets records? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I know it means a ton to these players and coaches and me and the fan bases and the alumni, for sure, 100%. I'm not discounting it. Ohio State loses this game. They are going, it might be again, another blessing in disguise for them. They don't have to play in the Big Ten title game. Certainly if their receivers are banged up, rest them up.
Yeah.
Last year's a perfect example. It sucked for them that we came into their house with a walk-on and, a bunch of losses and, and a 3-game win streak that everybody thought was about to end. It sucked for them that we planted a flag. But in the long run, who had the last laugh? Right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Who raised the ultimate banner? Not as, an undefeated team. The last one to do that was Michigan a couple years ago. But listen.
Rich. I love
Why would you take the opportunity for
right there.
two schools? Why wouldn't you, if you're the Big Ten, do you want undefeated Indiana to take on undefeated Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game or the national championship game?
Exactly.
Where one Big Ten team will be an undefeated national champion, the last since Michigan.
You don't have to be undefeated, though, to win the national.
No, but it would be nice. It's something that you could say, like, who's the last team to do it? Michigan. Did Ohio State even win the Big Ten last year? No. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.